Wow, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Oh, saw this on the news like that, but I had to go to KTLA 5 website for that one. 60 injured in explosion of illegal fireworks seized from South L.A. home. Oh, there's a video, but let's read this first. This is crazy, yeah. I didn't hear too much about it, but I heard like that they try to seize it like that explosion like that. But there's a little bit more besides the suspect and these fireworks as well. All right, let's get to it. A cage of illegal fireworks seized at a South Los Angeles home exploded Wednesday evening, damaging nearby homes and cars, injuring at least 16 people. 3 of them seriously, authorities said. Police had called in a bomb squad after a tip led them to a seize of 5,000 pounds, 2,268 kilograms of illegal homemade and China manufactured pyrotechnics at about noon, police said. One man was arrested on suspicion of possessing fireworks and destructive devices, also on suspicion of child endangerment because 2 children were found at the home, police said. And that's what I'm talking about. Some of the fireworks appear to be large, mortar-sized devices used for commercial purposes. You know, probably like, like big, like the big shells, like for industrial sites, like yeah, those kind. All right. Pallet loads of fireworks were placed into the LAPD tractor trailer and hauled away for disposal. But at some point, some of the devices that had been placed inside an armored container of an LAPD big rig exploded in a burst of flame, demolishing the truck. The blast, caught by news crew, also knocked a nearby car on the side, smashed the windows of several other blew out windows in a neighboring home. Some of the fireworks were being stored in our bomb squad trailer as a precautionary measure. When there was an explosion, an LAPD tweet said, adding that it was unknown what sparked the blast. One news helicopter pilot said the blast shook his aircraft, and some residents 2 blocks away said they were jolted by the explosion. 6 people were taken to the hospital. 3 were serious and 3 with minor injuries, a fire department tweet said. In addition, 9 LAPD officers and the Federal Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms and Explosive officer had minor injuries and were taken to the hospital in fair condition, fire officials said. Police evacuated nearby homes. Building inspectors were evacuating some homes and determining if they were safe. Oh, evaluating, okay. Sky 5 was over the scene as explosion occurred Wednesday. In March, a massive fireworks explosion left 2 people dead in Southern California and caused at least 3.2 million damages. Looks like there might be more videos and even more. So, let's play this one first.
Paul Sanchez, we're only a couple hundred yards away from this blast when it occurred. This was supposed to be a controlled explosion, but something went terribly wrong. Have a look. That was the LAPD bomb squad's total containment vehicle attempting to safely detonate a massive seizure of illegal fireworks on the 700 block of East 27th Street in South L.A. earlier this evening. The house is located just steps away from an elementary school. As you heard, Sky 5 captured the blast from the air, the bomb squad vehicle partially blown apart in the aftermath. The explosion was so strong it blew out windows in buildings and homes hundreds of yards away, glass now littering South San Pedro Street. Neighbors, stunned by the explosion, were seen walking aimlessly out of their buildings, holding their hands over their ears, calling out for help. All of this the result of roughly 5,000 pounds of illegal fireworks and multiple improvised explosive devices or amateur fireworks that were seized from the home earlier today after police received a tip about possible explosives inside. Now, the blast clearly caught authorities off guard. Afterwards, police and firefighters began rushing to nearby homes to search for injured people. Here you can see officers breaking into a home after calling out for anyone who might be hurt inside. LA Fire says at least 16 people have been injured. Of course, that number may change as we get new updates. We are waiting more information right now from the chief of police as well as Los Angeles City Fire. Paramedics have been wheeling injured individuals out on stretchers for the last hour or so. We've also seen a few police officers being treated here on the scene. One woman we spoke with says she was 2 blocks away when the explosion shook her out of her bed. Have a listen.
I was laying in the bed, and then the whole building was just like boom, like super loud. And then all my neighbors ran outside. I thought a big rig had hit the side of the building.
And as we just mentioned, a total of 16 people have been injured. We just have this information into our newsroom. I'm going to read these numbers off to you right now. 9 LAPD officers treated and transported to hospitals, all in fair condition. 1 ATF officer was transported to an area hospital in fair condition as well. 6 civilians have been transported to local hospitals, 3 of them with serious injuries, 3 with minor injuries. And we can expect some of these numbers to change. My colleague and photographer, Paul Sanchez, also forced to go to the hospital after the sheer force of this blast almost knocked him to the ground. He's been unable to hear clearly for quite some time. I just got an update. He says he's doing fine. But anyone who was in this area when this blast occurred has clearly been shaken by it all. And again, this was supposed to be a controlled explosion, but something went terribly wrong. We are awaiting an update right now from authorities, and we'll bring you more as soon as we have it. I'll send it back to you.
Wow.
Sarah, you said you were...
Yes, you guys, and I can tell you there's a lot of people in this neighborhood walking around here going, what in the heck happened? So many people began filing out into these streets when they were just rocked out of their homes. Here's what a lot of them had to say about seeing all the damage and people injured. An LAPD operation to rid the South L.A. neighborhood of fireworks went tragically awry tonight.
I live like right there across the street, and then I just hear a big explosion, and it like breaks my window, my glass mirror window, and then I was just like, oh, I came running outside, and I was like, damn, what's happening? And I just look, and then everybody just starts coming out, you know, and then, well, yeah, I was like, damn, I didn't think it was a firework. It sounded more like an earthquake, you know, because I never felt a firework like that. Like, it never shakes the whole house, so, yeah, it was crazy. The whole street right there broken. I know a lot of people that live around here, and then they said some people got injured.
The plan was to blow up thousands of pounds of fireworks and explosives inside one of their bomb squad vehicles. Somehow, when they detonated the fireworks, the explosion was more than they anticipated. The vehicle was destroyed, windows in this neighborhood shattered, and people bloodied. Multiple people, including firefighters who were here monitoring the situation, were taken to the hospital.
It sounded like an explosion, but it felt like an earthquake. It's really, really hard. It felt like an earthquake, like everybody. And I was like, we never felt it this hard. We're worried about those people that we saw, like older people coming out from there. And we have family too, and we're like, we have family working. I'm like, what happened?
That was crazy.
Scary for you, honey?
Yeah. I was up working in my mom's room, and I heard it, and I got scared running over there because I was alone, so I got really scared.
Okay, sorry, I was just trying to listen in here. They're giving us an announcement about when the press conference is going to be held. So it's going to be, it sounds like it's going to be pushed back just a little bit again. But again, we were waiting to hear from Chief Michael Moore as well as Chief Traza. They're both going to be speaking down here and updating us on this situation, telling us how this terrible tragedy occurred. That's going to do it for me here in South LA. Mary Beth McDade, we'll send it back to
Yeah. No. That was not supposed to happen. That truck is destroyed. I hope you guys are recording. I have that on tape too, but that's insane.
Wow, that's absolutely nuts, man. 5,000 pounds. With that said, I'm out of here. Mic drop. Peace out.